lovelies, my name is Jessica and welcome to Makeup Misfit, and I'm really excited about this Panning Solitaire update. It is long awaited, but this is one of my favorite projects that I have been doing this year. And if you don't know much about it, I will have the intro, the playlist, everything down below as always. But I have been working on my Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde palette, and I have been on the last round, the last 3 shades, and I think it was last update or the one before that, a few of them anyways. This project started last year, so it's just been an ongoing thing. I had only 2 shades left to hit pan on out of my last 3, and that was Vortex and Haze. And if you can tell from here, they still do not have pan in them. These 2 shades, well, especially Vortex, I haven't really used Haze as much, but I feel like Vortex, I've used it quite a bit, but you can't really tell. I feel like this is one of those few shades in this palette where it's taking a lot of work to even make a dip, and I've been a little tired of it, but I also really haven't been using it too much in the summertime. So I feel like with winter and fall coming up, I'll be getting a lot more use on it. So I do think I will be able to hit pan eventually, just not anytime soon. And then with Haze, I really just use it very lightly. So again, it's going to take quite a while to hit pan. So what I've decided was I'm going to start round 2 of this project. I'm going to continue to work on this as I feel, which is how I've been using it. And when I do have updates, I will continue to show you this. So you will see the pan in these 2 shades and possibly other shades completely finished out of this palette. But I am going to just take a break from this in the project itself, put it aside and work on something else. Now, I always knew that I wanted to do a second round to this, and I knew what palette I wanted, but then I had kind of changed my mind, but I have gone back to that original palette. So the original one that I wanted to use is the Rose Quartz by Huda. I had purchased this one knowing that I wanted to use it for this project as well. But that jelly shade in here is what kind of really got me to change my mind. I had gone through a few of my other palettes. I kind of chose something that I wanted to use for round 2, but I actually recently started using this, only a few shades, and I loved how it looked. I really enjoyed the formula and just this palette and the shades that I was using. So I've gone back to deciding that I'm going to use this for my palette for round 2. Now, this jelly shade I haven't even touched yet, so we'll have to see what happens when I do end up rolling it in, but we are going to just start off the round 2 with this Rose Quartz palette. So basically, what I'm doing is I'll be rolling in 1 shade. Once I hit pan in that shade, I will be rolling in 2 shades. Once I hit pan in those 2 shades, I will then be rolling in 3 shades. And once I hit pan in all 3, I will be starting back at 1. It's just worked very well for the Mercury Retrograde palette, and these palette layouts I feel work really well that way, so that's how I'm going to continue to do it. So I'm going to go grab my phone. It's been charging so that I can randomize my number, and we will see what shade we're going to start off with. The shades that I have used are these 4 and then this one right here, which I think is going to be my favorite in this palette, just like this one was in this palette. Nebula, this one right here. I feel like this is going to get just as much use. So let me go and grab my phone. Let's randomize my very first shade, and we're going to see how this round is going to go. Okay, so there are 18 shades in this palette. So I already have 1 through 18 in here. Okay, that's nice. Let's go away. 1 through 18 in here. So we're going to randomize and we're going to see which first shade we're going to use. So let me put down the palette. And this is just one number. Number 17. What's that one? Oh, pretty. Okay. So that is this shade right here, which is called Radiate. So I could definitely use that in the crease, no problem. I think that's going to be an everyday shade for me, or pretty close to. It'll have a very consistent use on it, so we'll have to see, but I'm sure by the next update, if there's no pan, it'll be very good usage on that shade. As long as the formula is easier to work with. Some of the shades in the other palette was taking like 30 to 40 uses. That Vortex shade is going to be one of them, but I feel like I could pair this with Vortex as well, and even Haze. Like I could mix the 2 together and get some really cool looks out of it, especially with like fall coming up. I think I'd be able to get, you know, just a lot of use on this palette in in general, but this is going to be an easy shade. So I'm really excited about it. It's a good shade to start off this round with. So this is what we're working on now. I'm really excited about it. I hope you guys are too, and I hope you guys have been enjoying this project as a whole. It's been a year and a half that I've been working on this, I think. So we're gonna see how long it's gonna take for me to hit pan in every shade in this palette now, opposed to my Mercury Retrograde palette, which unfortunately there was a bit of a lull, so it took a little bit longer and I still have 2 shades to go. You will see updates with that one still. I will continue to show you guys. I'm not just gonna cut you off of it, but I am really excited to see this palette and its progress. So I'm posting this for August, so August is gonna be the first month and I'm ready to see how long it's gonna take. So I hope you guys are just as excited as I am. I really do appreciate you all. Thank you so much for watching, and that is it for now. So I will see you guys all later. Bye.